Hello, good morning. I finally decided to tell you about my trip to China. I dedicate this video to Jet and Chi Wang, who made it possible for me to go. To make a long story short, and it is going to be a very short one, I felt that I had to do this because the message is too powerful, and what happened to me was the highlight of my life. I never expected it to be this way. And now looking back about what happened, I am filled with incredible joy, gratitude. This is what happened. I'll make it very brief. I left for China, Beijing, on the 13th of June and 2018, this year. And when we arrived in Beijing, there were over 300 people, and they welcomed me, and immediately I felt at home. That evening, prior to the talks, to give the talk, which of course Jet was going to interpret in Chinese, I lied on my bed in Beijing hotel suite, and without warning, without any expectation of anything different, the wall next to my bed suddenly turned into light. It was as if there was an opening, and and an angel appeared, and it talked to me in my head. It was beautiful, it was radiant, it was filled with love. And it said to me, you don't need to plan what to say or do. There's only love. Teach only love, for that is all that there is. It told me that this is going to be a unique experience. And it was. The next day, I told Jet, at first reluctantly, but he immediately believed me and trusted me. And he wanted to know more about it. Chi was the same. In fact, when we appeared in front of the large group of people, Jet announced my experience. I was touched, I was overcome, and they've accepted it all. They were so wonderful. I can't tell you how I felt about these people. I had nothing but love for them. And of course, because of the angel that appeared, I could feel nothing but love and gratitude for this experience, for being able to say what was in my heart. When the time came for a break, for lunch, a group of people lined up to be photographed with me. They made a beeline to hug me, which was very touching. And some had tears in their eyes, and I kissed their tears away. Some were totally open and loving and innocent. And all I could do was to grab their head, face in my hands, and kiss them with love. I was so touched. There were both men and women. And I'll tell you the truth, all I saw was God in their eyes. Apparently, the news was spread over to Shanghai, which happened to be the next stop for another week of seminar talks. We expected about 30-40 people, but when we arrived there were about 200, greeted us with love, with appreciation. And the same thing happened. People lined up to be hugged, and I kissed them and loved them. And I didn't even want to stop, and I was going to be late for my breaks. But Jet lovingly, sweetly whisked me away so that I won't lose my break. I didn't care actually for the break or anything. I was loving every moment of it. All I want to say is that when I looked into their eyes, all I saw was God. And that is what I wanted to share with you. Love, unconditional love is real. The Course in Miracles is real. Also, before I end this very brief talk, there was a young woman, 29 years of age. She waited for me in my hotel suite in the evening, and she told me that she would be there at 8 o'clock. When we were alone, I hugged her, we kissed, and she told me that she's in love with me. I also felt the same way, and it became a special relationship. She told me her name was Angel, and she didn't give a hoot about me being my age. I'm still hoping that she would come to Canada and work with her and be with her. Anyway, I wanted to share this with you, believe it or not, because again, it is very, very true. And what happened to me is something wonderful. But what was mostly important about it was not only the love that I felt and the God that I saw in the eyes of the people, but that Course in Miracles is very real and important teaching. And I have every intention to continue this. So, bless you. Love you always. Namaste.